Jai Hind to all. Myself Santosh Kumar Upadhyay, and I am assistant professor in CSE department in AKGSC Ghaziabad. And today I am going to discuss about the cloud computing, that is the open elective subject, and the subject code is ROE 073. And in this first unit, so actually we cover here the first unit, in which we have to discuss introduction to the cloud computing, the definition of cloud, the different view. There are the number of definitions are there. Different people give the different type of definitions, and then the characteristics of the cloud, and the service and deployment model, evolution of cloud, and finally distributed and parallel computing that play a major role in the cloud computing. Okay. So, cloud computing, as I already told, this is the subject code ROE 073. So, in this unit, in the first unit, basically we have to cover all these topics. So, introduction to the cloud computing, definition of cloud, evolution of the computing model, underlying principle of the parallel and distributed computing, cloud characteristics, elasticity in the cloud, and what are demand provisioning. So, these are the textbook that can be used as the reference for this syllabus. This is the Kaiwang, okay, that is distributed and cloud computing from parallel processing to the internet of the things. And the next one is the cloud computing implementation management and security, CRC Press by the John V. and Rajkumar Bhuya. This is the well known book for the cloud computing, that is the Mastering Cloud Computing, the TMH. And the other books are also like Cloud Application Architectures by the George Rizet. So, the first unit have all these topics. So, basically as we know that in this lecture we discuss about what is the cloud computing different view, evolution model, logical evolution computing, evolution of sharing on the internet, how this evolve, okay, time to time, fundamental element of cloud computing, and the 5 characteristics of the cloud computing, that is the well known characteristic of cloud computing. So, we will discuss all that. So, first of all we start what is the cloud computing. So, cloud computing, the very basic definition can be defined like this: cloud, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, okay, 5 words are there. Cloud, so C for common, L for location independent, O for online, U for utility that is available on, D for demand. That means cloud computing can be defined by using all these terms itself. That means what is the cloud computing? So, cloud computing is any service, okay, that is very common and location independent and online, on demand we can use that services, and all the services that is on demand available. Services means utilities, hardware, softwares that is on demand available online, location independent, and that is very common. So, by this way very basic definition of the cloud can be defined like this. Now, as I have already told, the number of people give the different type of definition of the cloud computing. So, here this is the other definition that is given by the Kevin Marks, okay, from the Google. So, that defined as that comes from the early days of the internet, where we drew the network as a cloud. So, in early and the very starting days, this this network is itself work as a cloud, because we did not care where the message went, the cloud hid it from us. That means that give the abstraction view, okay, abstraction to us, that means how the information is that means transmitted from one body to other body. So, we need not to care about that. And the first cloud around networking is known as TCP IP abstraction, okay, and the second cloud around document is the World Wide Web data abstraction. Now, the cloud computing it itself again can be defined like this: cloud computing is an emerging style of computing, okay, in which applications, data and resources are provided as service to the user over the web. So, in cloud computing, everything what we can imagine that is provided in the form of service, okay. That may be software, that may be data, that may be applications software, system software, that can be platform like operating system, testing software, runtime environment, as well as type of different resources like hardwares like virtual machine, server, storage, networking, all these can be provided over the internet in the form of services by the cloud computing, okay. So, services provided may be available globally, always on, low in cost, on demand, massively scalable, pay as you grow. So, this is the beauty of cloud computing, that you need to pay only that amount for which you are using the services, okay. If you are using for 1 hour, then you have to pay only for the 1 hour, okay. That means you need not to pay at the flat rate, okay. That means these number of means this amount is allocated to you, assigned to you for 1 hour, 1 month, okay, or at the flat rate. So, this is not here. Next is the consumer of the services need only care about what the service does for them, not how it is implemented, okay. So, that means that give the abstraction, you need not to worry about what is the implementation, how that is maintained, how that is controlled, okay. Only you can focus on your particular utility that you are going to use, okay. So, consumer of the services need only care about what the service does for them. So, this is the example that I have taken from the internet, actually this diagram. So, the data center infrastructure, okay, this is the data center where that contain the number of server, okay. This is at the provider side, okay. Cloud admin, you can see here they are the number of entity actors who participate or play important role in the cloud computing, okay. So, how we can see here, this is the cloud administrator admin that control, that manage the cloud, okay, server, and this is the publish and update component, that means they are the cloud provider, okay. Cloud provider provides some different type of applications, different type of utilities, and that publish into the this particular data center, and that will be available for other user. So, access services, these are the consumer, okay. So, consumer can access these services, that is published by the provider. So, next one, cloud computing, this can be assumed like this also. So, cloud computing is an emerging business model that deliver computing services over the internet in elastic, self-serviced, self-managed, cost-effective manner with guaranteed quality of service, okay, with guarantees quality of service. So, what does it mean? So, it means that when we we take any services from the cloud, then it give the illusion that the entire service or the utility is for our use only. That means, and as well as we can configure that particular applications as per our need. For example, we take a simple example. Suppose nowadays like classes are going on the Google Meet. So, Google Meet is also a service that is provided by the cloud, Google app, okay. So, in this particular service, I can manage the different we can configure the different aspect of this particular Google classroom as well as Google Meet. Like in Google Meet, we can on or off the camera, that means we can permit our video or not, okay. We can mute, okay, we can unmute. So, what is these? These are the configuration, means as per our need we can configure, okay. So, this is known as the elastic self-serviced, self-managed, okay, and cost effective. This is very this is the beauty of cloud computing, is that this is the cost effective. No need to means purchase all these resources, all these utilities. Okay, you can only take all these utility on the rent basis from the cloud, and you have to pay for that amount of time, that much for a particular amount of time. So here in this we can see here, so all these aspects in combine give the cloud computing. Utility computing. So what is the utility computing? Utility computing means utilities like hardware, software, storage. So providing utilities like hardware and software on demand over the internet, okay, is known as the utility computing. Actually, this particular cloud computing is evolved from the utility computing. Okay, on demand computing, okay, autonomic computing, and green IT. Green IT, this is the actually this cloud computing also promote green computing. Why? Because if you are using the entire resource, entire server, okay, you assign the entire resource for one person, okay, and the same thing other scenario, you assign the entire system, and by dividing into number of virtual machine to a different persons. So by using this one, you can utilize the resource, as well as we can reduce the consumption of the energy and power. Okay, so that promote the green IT also. Now in cloud computing, this NIST has the major role. Okay, that means US National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, okay, define cloud computing as. So this definition is taken from the NIST. NIST defined the cloud computing. So cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. For example, computing resources means network, maybe server, maybe storage, maybe applications and services. So that can be rapidly provisioned, okay, and released with the minimum management effort or service provider interactions. Okay. So this definition is given by the NIST. So what is the meaning of this definition? Actually, in this definition, NIST say that this cloud computing is a model that provide ubiquitous, means that is present everywhere. Okay, that means that is online. Okay, anybody can access the services of the cloud by connecting through the internet service. Convenient, okay, no need to you have to, if you are going to use the cloud services, no need to have some expert of the cloud, okay, for the management of that particular services. No need, just you click, you can access the service, and at one click you can release the service. Okay, there is no formalities. You need not to means fill the number of forms and number of formalities. You need not to complete here. So that is very convenient on demand network access. Okay, that means when you require, you have need for a particular utility, means for a particular application, for particular platform or for particular hardware, you can access that for a fixed amount of time or for your need, and that is easily configurable. That is a shared pool, you know, all the means hardware, software, all just like the pool, shared pool. Okay, and that is assigned to a number of, that may be assigned to a number of people. Okay, so that it is very clear that resources may be network, okay, server. Okay, server, actually a server is divided into number of, you know, number of virtual machines by using a virtual layer, virtualization layer, like hypervisor, that is known as the hypervisor. Okay, that means actually virtualization is a technique that is used, yeah, that enable number of a different operating system to run simultaneously on a same system. Okay, so virtualization is a very, you know, very important technology that is used by the cloud computing. so that a single host system can be divided into number of virtual machine, and individual virtual machine can be assigned to a different persons. Okay, one machine for one person, other for other person, third for third person, but hardware is same. Okay, so and that can be rapidly provisioned, okay, and released. So when you require that particular application or utility, you can hire on the rent basis, and after completion you can release with minimal management effort. Okay, no need to do the some formalities. It may be just one click you can release the service. So this is the definition by the NIST. So this cloud model promote availability and is composed of 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models and 4 deployment model. So as per NIST, they define the complete framework of the cloud computing, and that have these main component, 5 characteristics, that is known as the essential 5 characteristics, 3 service model, that means all type of services can be categorized into 3 category, and that is the software as a service known as SaaS. Okay, software as a service, that is also known as SaaS, 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 software as a service. Okay, here I am discussing the 3 service model, that means all the services can be categorized into 3 category. SaaS, that is the software as a service, PaaS, that is the platform as a service, okay, and IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Okay, that means entire services can be categorized into these 3 categories. And the 4 deployment model. Deployment model is sometimes also known as type of cloud computing. So there are the actually 4 type of the cloud computing, or 4 deployment model. Okay, and in later we will discuss this one in detail. This is the cloud computing, means I have already told you that this is definition that is given by the NIST. Okay, so that have the major component. If we want to define the framework of the cloud computing, so that have the major component as the 5 essential characteristics, 3 service model and 4 deployment model. Okay, so 5 characteristics of the cloud computing is this is well known and very important characteristics. Okay, and actually this is taken from this www.technopulse.com. Okay, so resource pooling, scalable, on demand self service, metered by use and elastic. So this is the 5 characteristics. So we in detail we can see here the characteristics of the cloud computing. The first one is the on demand self service. There are the 5 characteristics. The first one is the on demand self service. So on demand self service means the cloud computing services does not require any human administrator. Okay, user themselves are able to provision, monitor, manage computing resources as needed. So in this cloud, when you are going to use any cloud computing services, so that give illusion that that entire utility is for you only. You are the owner, you can modify, you can means you can manage, not modify, you can manage, you can you control that particular application or services. For example, the mail services like the Gmail, okay, that is also provided by the Google app cloud. So in Gmail, okay, we can choose some particular emails as we can mark as star, that is very important. We can delete someone. Okay, so all these we can manage some security feature of that email. So this is known as the on demand self services. That means self you have to manage that particular utilities. Next, the broad network access. So because cloud computing is the model which provide online web services. Okay, so there should be broad network access. Okay, so the computing services are generally provided over standard network and heterogeneous devices. Okay. And this is the beauty of this one, that give the support of the heterogeneous type of devices. Okay. I suppose I want to use that particular cloud services. It may be possible that I have operating system as Linux, I have the processor as the Intel, okay, some have some other processor, somebody have some other operating system as Windows. Okay. So, that is known as the heterogeneity. So, heterogeneous system can use that particular cloud services. Rapid elasticity, this is the third one. So, the computing services should have IT resources that are able to scale out and scale in. That means, you can scale out, you can scale in. That means, at the present time you are hiring, that means you are taking one service of a particular Google, that particular cloud, okay, like I am using Gmail here, but the next time I can use the Google Meet, okay, class, next time I can use within second I can use the Google Drives. Okay. So, that means that can be scale out and scale in, and when our need is completed I can release that. So, that is known as the rapid elasticity, flexibility. We can add more services, we can release some services when that particular work is completed, our need is completed. So, whenever the user requires services, it is provided to him and it is scale out as soon as the requirement get over. That means that released, scale out means that your list of that particular services will be small, will be decreased, some services released after the completion of the task. Resource pooling. Okay. So, resource pooling is a very means important characteristics. Okay. So, that give the full utilization of the computing resources. So, the IT resource like network, okay, server, storage, application and services present are shared across multiple application and occupant in an uncommitted manner. So, multiple clients are provided services from a same physical resource. So, this concept is in the next unit, that is known as a virtualization. Okay. I have already told you, some I have give some hint like same host, okay, same system can be enabled, so that different operating system can run simultaneously. That means, at the same time Windows is also running, Linux is running, Unix is running, different version of the Windows is running. This is possible due to the virtualization, that is a hypervisor, and that is known as the virtual machine monitor. So, by this way, suppose in our system, in single host system, single host means single hardware set is there, okay, and that is divided into 5 virtual machine by using the virtual layer, that is known as the virtualization software, hypervisor bolte hain, sometimes that is known as Xen or VMM, virtual machine monitor. So, by using this, the same hardware set as the same host is divided into number of virtual machine, different virtual machine, and each virtual machine is assigned to the different person without any interference among each other. So, that is the way by which the same resource, same hardware can be pooled into number of different persons. Last one is the measured service. The measured service means, so characteristics of cloud computing. So, we have discussed about the first one, on demand self services, broad network access, rapid elasticity, resource pooling, and the last one is the measured services. Okay. So, as we know that in cloud computing we have to pay for only that amount of time for which we are using that particular service. Okay. So, that means that is the metered service, okay, measured service, and that is the resource utilization is tracked for each application and occupant. It will provide both the user and the resource provider with an account of what has been used. So, this is done for various reasons like monitoring, billing and effective use of resources. So, this measured service means every service is measured in respect of time, okay, in respect of some on the basis of time you can decide the bill, as well as you can by this measuring you can utilize the resources, yeah, you can compute the utilization of the resources. Okay. So, next one is the cloud service model. As I have already told that as per NIST, the complete cloud definition framework have the three major part: 5 essential service, 3 service model and 4 deployment model. So, we have discussed about the 5 essential characteristics, and here next we have to discuss about the cloud service model. So, in cloud service model there are the 3 models. Okay. That means each and every service can be divided into 3 categories. First one is the cloud software as a service, that is the SaaS, and in SaaS when we are discussing here the software as a service. So, user provides application over a network. That means here measure all the applications and software are covered here. Okay. When we are going to take some cloud service in form of some applications, okay, some apps like Google apps, different Google app is the example of software as a service. Okay. So, user in this case user does not manage or control the network, the server, operating system, storage or applications. Okay. So, in this case you can say the infrastructure, hardware and software cannot be managed by or controlled by the service consumer. Okay. That is only maintained and controlled by the system admin on the provider side, with some possible some permission is also given to the consumer only for some slight modification, some changing or some customization of that particular application. For example, I have already told that we are using suppose Gmail services, or I am using some Google Drive, means like Google Meet classes. So, I can mute anybody, okay, I can mute ourselves, and itself I can not allow my video to be on. So, all these are the slight modification that is given in the control of the particular user or the consumer, but infrastructure cannot be controlled by the user. Other is the cloud platform as a service, that is known as PaaS. So, actually this software as a service, platform as a service and next infrastructure as a service can be assumed like, suppose everybody are nowadays using the laptop or the desktop. So, when we are using the laptop, then we know that there is a hardware. Okay. So, finally, we have to use the hardwares, but hardware cannot interacted directly by the user. That means there is some middle layer, that is known as the operating system, that is the platform. Okay. So, by using that platform we can access that hardware, and above the platform what is that? What is above the operating system? There is other layer known as the application. So, actually user with the help of apps, with the help of application can access the services of the hardware as well as platform. Similarly, here this SaaS means applications that lie on the top layer, and at the middle layer that is the PaaS, platform as a service, that provide the runtime environment. Okay. So, platform as a service means that give the environment in which you can write, you can develop your own applications, your own software. So, all the necessary runtime environment softwares is given by platform as a service. Like for testing of the application, you develop a application, now you want to test whether that is fit for your purpose or not, then you can use the testing software. You are designing some software, some application, you need some database management system, then that database management system is provided by the PaaS, platform as a service, that provide a platform by using which you can develop your own application. and other one is infrastructure as a service, IaaS. Okay, that is in this category all type of hardwares come. All hardwares is known as the infrastructure. Okay, so this is the rent processing, storage, network, capacity, and other fundamental computing resources. So consumer get access to the infrastructure to deploy their stuff. Okay, but don't manage or control the infrastructure. So we can see here, this is very clear that in all three model, okay, consumer is not allowed to control, to modify, to manage the resources. Okay, that can only have some certain limited permissions. Do not manage or control the operating here that can manage the or control the operating system. Storage can be managed by this particular means consumer, application, or selected network component. That means a limited permission is there for the consumer. So to be considered cloud, they must be deployed on the top of cloud infrastructure that has the key characteristics. So this service model architecture can be assumed like this one. So as I have already told you, at the bottom layer, that is the infrastructure as a service, that is the IaaS, and on this infrastructure as a service, there is the platform as a service. Okay, this give the runtime environment to develop a new applications. Okay, and this is the topmost is the software as a service, SaaS architecture. So here we can see that. Okay, this is the IaaS cloud infrastructure, this is the PaaS. Okay, and here we can see that this IaaS can be used by the PaaS. Here this SaaS use the PaaS and PaaS use the services of the IaaS. Next, this IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. So this this particular architecture diagram is given by the NIST again. Okay, so this is the traditional IT, means nowadays means without using any cloud, whenever we using some particular application and services at our desktop or laptop. So this is a traditional IT. So all these things is managed by us, by the user. Like application can be managed by that particular user, but no, this is without this first column traditional IT is without cloud computing, and all these are with the cloud computing services. Okay, so here without cloud computing, that means you can manage all the things. Application you can manage, apps, data you can manage, you can delete any data, you can insert some data, run times you can change the runtime, you can install the Linux in the place of Windows. So middleware, database management system, is your choice. You can use any type of SQL or the Oracle. Operating system, virtualization, okay, servers, storage, networking, everything under the control of you as a user. But when you go for this particular cloud services, so this is the second row, that is second column, that is the infrastructure as a service. So here we can see that infrastructure means, what is the infrastructure? Infrastructure means hardwares. Okay, so here application, data, runtime and middleware is managed by you, by the user. But operating system, virtualization, server, storage and networking, this is the hardware resources that is managed by the cloud provider side, by the admin. Again in the platform as a service, application and data, this is the software related things, this is managed by you. Okay, but all other services, okay, that come in the category of platform as well as application, that is managed by that is delivered as a service and managed and controlled by the cloud side. Again at the last column, that is the software as a service. So application, data, runtime and everything is now provided as a service to you. Okay, and you have a certain limited permission, and everything is controlled and managed by the cloud side by some admin. And this is what are the vendors that provide these type of services. So here there are the three rows, SaaS, PaaS and IaaS, and the 4 columns here, only 4 provider is taken here, but it may be more than 4. Okay, it is not that this is not limited to these vendors only, it may be more vendors are also there, but here I take these 4 particular vendor and these 3 services. So, Amazon, Google, Microsoft and Salesforce, actually they play very important role in the cloud computing. Okay. So, this is why these 4 cloud provider is taken here. Software as a service, so Google application everyone is using nowadays, okay, by either by using the mobile or the tablet or the laptop or the desktop. So, Google applications like Google Meet classes, Gmail, as well as a spreadsheet, then this is a Salesforce. Salesforce also provide the different type of applications. Platform as a service, this is provided by the Google App Engine as well as Windows Azure, that is by the Microsoft, okay, as well as force.com, that is by Salesforce. And the infrastructure as a service, you can take the example, you can write the example as Amazon Web Services, AWS, Google App Engine also provide the infrastructure as a service, like some storage, networkings, Windows Azure. So, this is the vendor that provide different type of services. Now, the cloud deployment models. Okay. So, as I have already told you, in this cloud definition there are the 3 major part that here I am discussing. The first one, the 5 characteristics I have discussed, next is the 3 service model I have discussed, and this is the next computer deployment model, that is third one. So, there are actually 5 deployment model, any cloud can be deployed by the 5 ways: private cloud, community cloud, okay, public cloud and the hybrid cloud. Okay. So, what is the private cloud? So, private cloud, as the name suggests, when any particular individual, individual organization, okay, as per need of that particular organization, some cloud is designed and deployed on the site of that particular organization. So, that is known as the private cloud, okay, private cloud deployment. So, this is basically used by the single individual person or the individual organization only, managed by the organization or the third party. Okay. So, this private cloud cannot be used by some outsider of that particular organization. Okay. So, that is very safe and secure and private network, private cloud, on or off premise. That means, from your premises you can on the services, you can off the services. Okay. Then the community cloud. Community cloud, this is targeted to a group of people, you know, when certain type of people using on the same working domain. So, for that, when a cloud is deployed, that is known as community cloud. For example, we can take a real world example, like suppose there are the number of educational educational institution are there. Okay. If somebody provide the cloud application, a cloud application as ERP, for the educational system to manage the academic activities, admin activities. Okay. So, that application can be used by many organization, not a single organization. That may be used by the AKGC, by the ABS, by the Galgotia, by the different colleges and universities. So, that is known as the community cloud. Okay. If such type of cloud is deployed, then that is known as community cloud. And the last these 2, public cloud. So, public cloud, that means that can be used by the anyone, that is public to all, like Google Apps. Okay, that is public to all, anybody can use that particular Gmail services, Google Meet classes, Google Classrooms. And the hybrid, this is the composition of 2 or more, that means that may be composition of public as well as for the the private clouds. Okay. So, thanks.